it comes to news, VR is a bit of a strange space. You can go weeks, months, or even years, well actually probably just weeks or months, without any actual news. Then you get a flurry of all sorts. However, I don't want to cover everything. I just want to kind of focus on the things that are deemed exciting for the future. So this video is going to focus on CREAL's 240Hz screens and HP's new Omnicept, and what do they actually bring to the table. And I'll give you a very quick recap on version 28.
So if that's of interest to you, then stick around.
Before I start, you've probably already heard everything you want to know about the version 28 Oculus update. Every VR YouTuber seems to be posting the same video at the same time, saying the same thing, whilst sounding the same, looking the same, and overall just being the same. I'm not really sure what I just said there. Anyway, if you've not heard about it, here's a super quick recap before getting onto the real contents of this video. Version 28 comes with 120Hz. I'm not going to talk about this too much here because I'm going to cover it off under CREAL's 240Hz later in the video. Airlink, well this one kind of annoys me. This is Facebook's version of beating down on the little guy. Virtual Desktop has put a lot into building up a community and bringing us some fantastic features. So for me, Airlink, Oculus, Facebook, go yourself. At least until Facebook learns to reward people developing for their platform. Infinite Office. Now this is obviously the same as putting the sofa into your environment, except here you can put your desk into the environment, and it has got some cool features like pairing it with your keyboard so that the keyboard actually is physically, well I say physically, it's physically there but also in the virtual environment. So let's get onto the real stuff. CREAL has announced some pretty cool screens which can be used for the future of VR headsets alongside augmented reality and mixed reality. Well, CREAL are a Swiss company and they've been focused on building light field display technology. So what does that actually mean in English? Well, in short, these displays work in the same way as the human eye. Well, kind of. Right now when you're looking at something directly, it looks clear, right? But that stuff around the edges that you're not directly looking at, well, that part's blurry and it doesn't matter that you're not trying to look around the edges. Try it for yourself. If that still doesn't make much sense, well, let's have a look at this picture. Hopefully that might explain it a little bit better. On here you can see the central, the paracentral, and seeing directly out. This will be in full focus as you look at it. Your near peripheral equally should be in focus, but it's not as strong, and from there the edges will further blur. So what are the advantages? Well, actually they are huge. If technology can act and behave the way your eye does, the graphics power needed in new headsets significantly decreases. The GPU within the headset will only have to render the more peripheral vision stuff, meaning you can start running more graphic intensive games. That's a big plus, right? You can also display at 240Hz. But what does that even mean? Well, basically the picture will look a little bit crisper and it's going to refresh faster. That just basically means the screen will be less blurry and there's a step in the right direction. It really will start to feel a little bit more like you're there. And what I'm actually quite interested in is how is it going to cure things like motion sickness? Low refresh rates can be a strain on the eyes, so this is a bit of a welcome for VR. So there you go. Let's see Oculus, HTC, Valve, HP or even Sony take note of this stuff. Sadly, I doubt this technology will be available in time for the Oculus Quest 3, but even so, I'm excited that the direction is being set and then we've got something to look forward to. The HP Reverb G2 was released end of 2020, but HP haven't stopped there and now have the Omnicept Edition, which is releasing in May 2021. So I'm going to keep this nice and simple. So is it worth the price tag of $1,249 or pounds? Well, the headset has everything the original G2 has, but as a Pro Edition is now packed full of new features. With the headset integrating with Tobii eye tracking, we're going to get some nice new benefits. Those of you that don't know what a Tobii product is, well, actually what they did is create a little device that connects to the bottom of your monitor and it tracks your eyes. So when you're just playing a standard game on a monitor, it can move the scene based on where you're looking at. Pretty cool, right? So adding this tech into VR headsets, well, I think it's a bit of a genius move by HP. You're going to get eye tracking sensors, including pupil dilation. This can really provide the headset deep analytics to how we are responding with certain apps or games. So this has got a lot of potential to tracking things like stress levels and discomfort of a person. For the future of gaming, you can really bring your avatars to life, or maybe the AI in a game can use it. It's also got things like heart rate monitoring. We know the advantages of this already. Fitness apps could really cash in on this to track your health and calories. A game though in the health industry too could take advantage of this tech for possibly things like online appointments. I'm quite excited about how games could really cash in on it. For example, horror games tracking your heart rate, so AI development knows when to give you a jump scare. It's also got facial movement tracking. Now this is really cool. Basically, similar to eye tracking, you're now going to be able to see someone's expression on their face via their avatar. All these features can really build up to a significant improvement in your VR environment. And similar to the CREAL technology, these features here can really help enhance graphics and the VR system performance, just by things like focusing in the right places based on where you're looking at, using your peripheral vision. This technology, I think, will be heavily utilized by developers, certainly those that are going to want to get ahead of the game, by creating these mind-blowing experiences. And those experiences, we all know, are going to get very well reviewed, and that will in turn get people at their doorstep. Overall, guys, this is some pretty cool things coming down the line. Not sure about you, but I think the tech industry has its eyes wide open at the moment. They see this is the future, and for those of you that are just consuming this stuff at the moment, well, they have not even begun to get started yet. There is a big VR awakening coming, and like you, I'm excited for it. So is the Omnicept worth $1,249? Well, if you're a VR enthusiast and you want the latest tech, then yes, go for it. However, you do need to remember that this is obviously very early in development, so once you've got it, there's not likely to be much content for you to play on. These devices are heavily geared towards developers. Really though, it's just a preference thing. We here at VR Escape will keep you posted as things progress. Well, that's all from me, guys, and please do remember to like and subscribe. It really does help. And if you don't like the video, well, just, like and subscribe. See you in the next one.